and welcome to another episode of More to Advertising here on Daily Ad Brief. I'm your host, Jeff Swartz. I'm really excited about our next guest. He just launched his ad agency in June, and in recording this, it's December, so only about 6 months ago. And he's got a really cool take about advertising user experience. Rick Abell has 20 years of digital advertising experience under his belt, so let's get him in here and start talking with him.
Jeff, thanks so much.
How's it going, Rick?
Happy to be here. Good. I'm great.
Good. So tell us a little bit about your company, Ad Ambience.
Yeah, so I'll just go ahead and kick us off with a little bit of a bold statement here and say that we are the only digital advertising firm focused on user experience. So what do I mean by that? Well, advertising is essential to the internet, right? It's how most publishers make 100% of their revenue. But we've kind of seen the web experience get worse over time, right? We're seeing more and more ads stacked on top of each other, resulting in slower web pages. We're seeing more ad trackers, privacy concerns. So things are kind of going in the wrong direction. And we're looking to flip all of that on its head. So the way that we do that is by rewarding publishers that deliver great ad experiences, right? That's fast websites, clean, easy to use. And so really we're a solution for those that are buying media or looking to reach an audience, and they want to do it in a way that puts the user first.
Awesome. So how do you go about doing that? Like, I mean, you don't have to share your secret sauce and everything, but in general, like how do you accomplish that?
Yeah, we have a number of different metrics and KPIs that we pull in. It's things from overall website performance. So you can look at things like the core web vitals, things that tell us how fast a web page is, how is it loading, how quick is it to interaction time. And then you can also look at things like the ad experience. So how many ads are on a page, where are they loading, what's their size and location. And then you can also look at things like overall computer performance, right? So, is the website bogging down your CPU? Or are you hearing the fan kind of go in the background and make more and more noise and slow your computer down? So, number of different metrics we pull in to assess, your media plan and how the overall user experience is.
So by focusing on those kind of elements, what kind of results do you typically experience when you start running a campaign versus maybe taking it over from somebody else?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a number of things here that kind of, it depends what the advertiser's KPIs are, right? And, overall, we are looking at lifts in terms of brand awareness, long-term effectiveness of media, things that are a little bit different than some of the traditional metrics that a lot of the industry has been founded on, right? And I think, we've kind of become used to metrics like viewability and view through conversions. And there's some limitations with those because they don't really tell the full story of how impactful the ad is, how much attention the users are able to devote to the ads. Are they even seeing the ads? Metrics like viewability, the requirement is only half of the ad is visible for 1 second of time. And it's really hard to make an impact on user and have long-term brand awareness effectiveness in that kind of situation.
Makes a lot of sense. It sounds like we're talking a lot about display ads, right? Is that kind of your bread and butter, or what other kind of mediums does your company kind of get involved with?
Yeah, I think display is definitely our focus, and we consider that our focus because it's a $500 billion global industry, and we think it kind of has the most opportunity to improve in some of these areas, right? I think there's more trust in a lot of traditional media. Traditionally, TV, newspaper, print are ranked highest in terms of consumer trust and brand awareness, and we've kind of fallen a little bit short on that on the display side. We think the power of video and TV and even connected TV and streaming media today is great. We love a lot of the brand awareness and the way that you can connect with the consumer in that way. And we think there's a lot more opportunity to try and achieve that in display.
Awesome. And then with kind of how you operate and what you're doing and just kind of getting started, I love the fact that you're about 6 months in and everything, because anybody watching this that's thinking of maybe branching out on their own as well too, you got that kind of right in the fire kind of experience right now. what would be your advice to that person?
Yeah, a lot of things I could say. It's been a really fun, exciting learning experience. We're still ramping up, but definitely enjoying it. There is a blend between reading and researching, especially because we are, going into some areas that the industry hasn't really focused on in the past. So you could easily get stuck going down a lot of rabbit holes, and you have to kind of balance that with actually putting some stuff out there. So, we are trying to have a blend of, making sure we're talking to potential customers. We're trying to put out more and more content on social media and on our blog. So I guess in terms of advice, reading and researching is all great, but you have to also just do. And I think just starting and putting some content out there, putting your message out there, is how you're going to actually learn who your potential consumers are and what they're looking for and what's going to help them.
Awesome. I love that. And I do think that education is a bit of a trap. If you overeducate yourself and don't spend any time on action, then what's good is the education. Rick, thank you so much for sharing a little bit about what you do and being on the program.
Yeah, this was great, Jeff. Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. And thank you for watching this episode of Daily Ad Briefs, More to Advertising. If you want to get in touch with Rick, we're going to have all of his information at dailyadbrief.com for you to be able to connect with him and check out his company. And until next time, I'm your host, Jeff Sports. Take it easy.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.